Hey everyone, it's Miss Renee the OT. So today I'm coming to you with another teletherapy tip video. This is my second teletherapy tip video, and this video is going to be focusing on my favorite Zoom tips. All right, let's get to it. So of course the first one is virtual backgrounds and also video filters. If you want more information about how to use virtual backgrounds in Zoom and Google Meets, you can check one of my previous videos, but I'll just give you a brief overview right now. To use a virtual background in Zoom, you would go down to the bottom left corner of the screen where the video icon is and click the caret next to it. Then click choose virtual background, and that would pull up this screen right here. To upload a picture or a video as your virtual background, you would click this plus sign and upload it from your computer. So this is an example of a picture background, and this would be an example of a looping video background, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, I use a green screen, which is actually just cheap green fabric that I bought online. I find that using a green screen is less glitchy than not using a green screen. If you have a green screen like this, you would click this checkbox down here where it says I have a green screen. If you don't have a green screen, you would unclick that checkbox, and you can see that it is a little more glitchy than having a green screen. I believe you can also use any color as your background. It doesn't have to be green. If you see here, there's a little color box, and you can pick the color that you want to show up as your background. So let's say that you had a bunch of pink poster board behind you to use as your background. So it would pick up that color in the background. Now just be mindful, you want to pick a color that maybe you don't wear a lot or that you don't use a lot, because as you can see, it will pick up anything that is that color. So I have a green dry erase marker here, and you can see that the green screen is kind of showing through that green marker. Now, if you look next to virtual backgrounds, there are video filters. If you click video filters, there are a ton of video filters that Zoom has. Let me show you a few of them. So they have different borders, animals. These are really cool because it follows you as you're moving. All sorts of fun stuff here. One of my other absolute favorite features of Zoom is the advanced sharing feature to share only a portion of the screen. To do that, you would go down to the green share screen button, click share screen, click the advanced tab, and click portion of screen. That will pull up a green box here that is movable. You can also resize it to make it bigger or smaller to share a portion of the screen. I use this feature a lot to block out visual stimuli. As you can see, there are a lot of ads around the outside of this game that could be very distracting for some of my students. And it also helps so that your students don't accidentally click something that they're not supposed to. So the student will only see what is inside that green box. Another tip is to remember to share the sound of your computer when you are sharing a game or activity that has sound. There are two different ways that you can do that. When you click the share screen button, you can click share sound down here. Or if you have already shared the screen, you can go up here to this drop down bar and click more, and then click share sound. Another tip is to be mindful of the audio settings in Zoom. If you're using a headset yourself, or if your student is using a headset, you might notice that you have to change a few settings in Zoom so that you can hear your student and so they can hear you. To check that, you would go down to the microphone icon and click the caret, and under select a microphone and select a speaker, you would have options to click either the computer sound system or the microphone sound system for each, so that you can get those headphones to work in Zoom. Also, if you click audio settings, there are a bunch of settings inside here to change in case your student is experiencing some audio issues. Sometimes my students will complain that the sound is too loud on a game, or that my microphone is too low. So here you can change the microphone volume. You can suppress background noise. You can change the output level. These are all settings that you can play around with to try to adjust the volume for your students. Another tip is to use your phone as a document camera. Now, I have an Android phone, so the easiest way for me to use my phone as a document camera is to log onto the session on my phone. To do that, I have the Zoom app on my phone, and then I click join a meeting, input the meeting ID and password, and then it'll pop up right here, and then I click admit to let my phone in. Just a quick side note, if you want to get the meeting ID and passcode really quickly, go up to the left-hand corner of the screen where the green shield with the check mark is, click on that icon, and that'll pull up the meeting ID and passcode for you. So I would click admit, and my phone has been admitted into the session. And then you would only click start video. You would not click join audio, because if you did, you would get audio coming from both devices and there would be feedback. So I click start video, and then you can see my phone camera. And if I wanted to show my students something over here on the side, say we're doing handwriting or something, then you could show them like that. I have an actual phone holder to hold my phone up, but you can just prop your phone up on a stack of books or something like that. That'll work as well. And I think there's also a different way. If you have an iPhone, you can either do the same thing, log in on your phone, or you can also click share screen, click the basic tab, and then click iPhone or iPad, and it'll walk you through the directions on how to log in on your iPhone or iPad. And there you go. Those are some of my favorite Zoom features. I hope this video has helped you all.